Alright guys, welcome back to the Obi-Wan channel. Basically today what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the upgrade that I just did to my 20-ton Harbor Freight press. So about a year ago or two, I don't remember exactly which, but one of the other, I went out and bought a Harbor Freight 60603 Central Machinery 20-ton press. This is what it came with. A Central Machinery 20-ton hydraulic bottle jack, basically. You can see it bolts in right there and right there, and it works great. I've used it several times, and then it comes, I can't find it right now, I don't know where it's at, but it's around here somewhere. But the long handle that goes inside here to jack it up and down, it has a really long handle with a plastic grip on it. And that's one of the things I did not also like about that, is that long handle would stick clear out here, and I can't just leave it in the press because it would be in your face, and it was actually heavy enough that it would just actually fall down and pump one time, and then it would be sticking straight out at you. But this is the new handle here, and it's a lot shorter, and it looks like it's just going to stay there. So anyway, point being is that I got the 20-ton press a couple year ago. I think I got it, well, I got it at the Black Friday sale, in which I think it was like $249, and it was down to $179 for that day only. Went out, bought it, used it, love it. It's all great. However, everybody says go out and buy the 20-ton air hydraulic bottle jack, okay? So that's what I just did. You have to forgive the mess, guys. I mean, don't judge. It's wintertime, and I have to bring everything inside. Anyway, hydraulic bottle jack right there. This here was on clearance the other day when I was in there at Harbor Freight. And I saw that it, again, was a clearance price. I think, I don't remember what that thing used to be. I thought it was like $179 or close to $200. But anyway, I got it for $150. And I just didn't want to miss out on the fact that, I don't know, are they going to quit making it or whatever, but it says clearance. Maybe it's just a ploy, a marketing ploy. Nonetheless, it got me to buy, so I did. And I went ahead and put it all in here. So basically what I have right now, based upon the pricing that I have paid, $159 and $179, I mean, guys, for less than, $350 basically, I've got a 20-ton press here that is really, really awesome now. So that just, thinking about the cost wise here, okay? Just a little bit about the press. Obviously you can see it's adjustable bed. These are the plates that come with it right here. It's been pretty handy. I've used it for pressing bearings off my axles and pressing piston pins out, and a lot of things that I've used it for. So it's really handy in that regard. But what I just did, again, as I've been saying today, is I went out and bought the air pneumatic one and put it in there, in the place of that one right there, which is nothing but a manual jack. Okay, so this one here is still manual if you want it to be so, but now you can actually hook it up to the air. So a little bit about this. When you get it, it comes with this spring plate right here, which is mounted on here, and I don't know if people take that off or not, but I didn't. This little I don't know, the jack pad here on the top, you can screw it out, I guess, and you can do it on that one as well. But I don't have that one screwed out, by the way. I have it all the way down. And even with it all the way down, there's this piece of pipe that's welded up here, and once it slips in there, I mean, it really can't come out in that regard up on the top. Now, when you buy this, it did not, at least in my example, it did not have the holes to where you could put the bolts through this plate right here. Okay, so what I ended up doing, see, this thing here is bolted in to that upper press arbor here, basically. And so what I did was I stuck it in here, and I got it centered as best I could. Went and grabbed a drill bit and started drilling up backwards here up into the jack pad, and made it to where I marked it, basically. Then I took this and I pulled it out, flipped it upside down over here on the floor, and took a bigger drill bit and actually drilled all the way through on both sides. So this area right here, and you can't see it, but it's back over here. So there's another bolt over there. So basically this thing is now secured at the top and at the bottom like the original was. However, it does not come that way. You will only be, but I believe, honestly, if you were to put this in here and capture it right here with this piece of pipe, I don't see how this thing's gonna slip out. I did it because I have time, and I just wanted to do it, so I did it, and it works. So, just saying, okay? So you can decide what you want to do, but that's what I did. It is now fully bolted in. Now, the other thing you'll immediately notice is that when you swap this out with that, even with this screwed all the way down and the ram all the way at the bottom on that one, that jack is still taller than the original one. So basically you lose approximately 3/4 to 1 inch of height here, or of actually coming back up, which, as you can see, I've got a lot of adjustment downward. It really doesn't matter. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be a big deal. But even as I loosen these up, I loosen these original springs up, and I was able to slide the jack out. And then when I went to put this back in, I had to actually push down on these springs right here to get this thing to fit up in there. Okay, so once I did that, it slipped right in, no problem. Bolted it down, it's ready to go. Okay, all right. So this bottle jack, by the way, comes with instructions, and just want you to know where to go. Here we go. And it comes with some seals and stuff. So I don't know. I haven't really looked at it because I've already tried the jack and it worked just fine. So I'm not really going to be concerned about what those are for. But I'm assuming if you need to rebuild this thing or something later, you can do so. Okay, that's what I'm going to assume. It comes with this smaller handle here and this short fat handle, and I believe this one is designed to go inside there, and that tab is designed to align and tang with that, so that way you got some leverage here if you want to do that. I think that's what that's for. And because on the other end is the slot that, of course, you put here on the release, and you release it all the way up. Okay, and you lock it down. Now what I'm gonna do, yep, there I go, dropping it. So what I'm gonna do is I don't know if you've seen this, but on eBay somewhere, I can't remember exactly where, but for my rotisserie outside, there's this guy on eBay. He makes these 3D printed like knobs that fit on here, and there's two different styles. There's this one here with the round, you know, cylinder type pin, and then there's the other one that's like the cast pin with the squared ends or whatever. And I did that on my rotisserie outside, and it's the best thing I've ever done, because now I no longer have to I can keep the jack handle in, and I can adjust it up, and you know, I can let it go down at any point, and I can easily do it with my hands rather than having to take this, and my hands may be greasy or slippery on the handle. That's no longer a problem anymore. So I'm going to actually do that with this and put it on there, so that way I have a quick way of releasing. Okay, so now as you saw, I was jacking this like this. You can do this. It's still just as slow as that thing right there. I've already hooked up the air right here. So this is the hose right here. You can see it's plenty long enough. I can stand at least, probably a good 4 feet away from the press if need be. This here is just a regular air chuck kind of valve, and this is the lock right here. So I can actually push it in, push it down, and then lock this over to let that thing, you know, keep on moving. So one of the things that surprised me when I first operated this is that it's actually a lot quieter than I expected. I expected it to be kind of noisy, but it's pretty quiet. But I want to kind of say this stuff before I kick it on, in case the camera and the microphone picks it up more than maybe my deaf self can actually realize. But anyway, here we go. Ready? Here we go. And then I put the lock on, and it holds it. And you can see it's moving very slowly, but trust me, it's a lot faster than you doing it yourself with that jack handle here. And you can kind of do both at the same time if you wanted to. And it does actually go just a tad bit faster when you do that. Just a tad bit, but not much. But it does go a little bit faster. And we're almost there, I think. Just about. There we go. Okay, so we've made it. We're at full maximum travel, which according to this should be about 10¼ inches, but you can go 20 inches if you want, and of course that would be because you would do this. You would screw this out, and then that would give you that extra length. But honestly, I don't know why you need more than 10¼ inches of RAM. Actually, as you can see, look at this. This is this bed here. See, I got one more adjustment pin right there to come up. So if I were to put that bed up one more pin, I mean, it's almost touching right there. I mean, within what, 3 inches, maybe 4 inches of hitting that bed right there with it in the position that it's at right now. Easily you raise that up, it's definitely going to be down below the bed line. So, you know, this thing is definitely more than capable of doing what you need it to do. And as you saw, it did it really nicely, smooth, and you know, relatively fast compared to doing this by hand. And just suck it all the way back up there and stow it away. And again, one of the things I love about this thing is the short handle. I can leave it in there. It doesn't want to fall down, it doesn't want to fall out. So there you go, guys. Kind of my review on installing, well, first of all, the review of the 20-ton press itself is amazing, even with that old thing right there. It's just that you're going to spend a lot of time pumping. But once you put in this air hydraulic bottle jack, you've made this thing into the most useful thing ever. So again, like and subscribe. Come back for more, because we're always going to have more. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later.